this is the strategy that I've always found works to get people to understand the marketing journey. To me, everything that you do from a marketing point of view can be slotted into one of these 5 areas. And if we're honest about with ourselves, and we were to do a review of our own marketing, and we answered certain questions, we would probably see where we've got business slipping through the cracks. And so it's not rocket science. If you can plug a few of these holes in the leaky bucket, then by definition, you can increase your business. You will increase your business. So we've talked a lot so far this year about the audience, getting in front of the right audience who have got the potential to buy your product and service. But it's about narrowing down and niching that, because you want to identify people who are experiencing challenges that your product and service could help resolve. The second part of the equation, so the first question has got to be, are you getting in front of the right audience, and how are you doing that? What are you saying to get them to lean in? And Nick gave us a very good session last week about how to get people to lean in. Once they lead in, and we're going to be talking today about engaging, it's about that conversation that you have, either on a one-to-one basis or an ongoing basis, about the way in which you stay in touch. 87% of all sales take place after the 7th touch, and yet many people, by the way they do things, they don't seem to recognize that. They'll think that somebody is not bought right now, so they'll lose patience. They'll not see the value in staying in touch. Somebody says no, so we think that's no forever, when in fact it isn't. It's all a question of timing. So the engagement process, to me, has got great value, because if you're in front of the right audience and you're engaging people in the right way, then it should be able to lead to a sale if your product or service resolves the challenges that they've got right now. Now, in most businesses, I think that audience engaged sales happens seamlessly in some way or other, and we get these sales, and then we go back to audience. But the arrows will suggest that the next stage would be to really value your existing clients, the people that have bought from you, because those people are beginning to experience the service or the value they receive from you, and should be your biggest advocate if you nurtured them in the right way, if you stayed in touch. So retention is absolutely key. I used to do it when I was head of a sales organization. I was head of the sales force at Weller for a number of years. And every year we would look towards how we would increase our business. So we'd be looking on new account drives. We'd be getting all the sales force to visit new businesses. And yet even then, I didn't quite appreciate, I took my existing customers for granted. And yet they are some of the richest sources, because there's no point in keep paying for and buying a new audience if you're letting your existing customers drop off the revenue stream, because you're no longer making them feel special. So retention is really key. And the final point is introduction. So you'll see where that arrow should be going. Some of your richest source of referrals should be people that know, like, and trust you, and particularly those people who are experiencing the service that you provide. And actually knowing how to ask for those introductions, those referrals amongst your existing clients is quite key. It's knowing how and when, and there is an art to that. And of course, you see the arrow going back to that audience, because when you're looking for introductions, you're trying to point your retained customers back to the audience you want to get back in front of. And again, that's the theme of these meetings going forward. The people in your meeting are not your prospects necessarily. In fact, I don't want you to even think about anybody as your prospect. You should not be selling to this group. They want to buy from you. They'll indicate that at some point. But please take out of the thought that you're trying to sell to this group, because you're not. What you're trying to do is help them and everybody here see the audience you want to get into.